Hey y'all, I'm Jasmine Evadney, a proud daughter, coach, and creative, blooming right here in my own season of growth.
And I'm her mother, Eldress Jackie Campbell, a woman of faith, wisdom, and a few good stories.
Welcome to Bloomers and Boomers. This is a space for Black women to gather across generations and have the kind of honest, heart-centered conversations that help us grow, heal, and remember who we are.
Because our roots run deep, from the lessons we've learned to the laughter that's carried us through. We believe every woman's voice adds to the legacy.
That's right. Each episode, we're bridging generations, from the bloomers to the boomers, unpacking everything from womanhood and wellness to family, faith, and freedom.
It's mother-daughter talk infused with culture, truth-telling, and a whole lot of love for our people.
You're tuned in to Bloomers and Boomers, where Black women grow and glow together.
Women who want to be mentors want to have a relationship. They don't want to be a mentor. So let me explain. They want to have an elder relationship, but what happens a lot of times is people think your mentor is someone who helps you in your career.
Okay.
And so you can have an older woman be a mentor on a lot of things outside of the career. And what typically happens is young women, they approach a possible mentor and they ask to be mentored. And the understanding of what a mentor does sometimes is a little too much for what a woman who is busy
has capacity
to do. But they can have
or it's really maybe they're not solely interested in mentorship. Oh, do something for me, or like show me the ropes. Let me not say do something for me, but maybe they're interested in like a bond.
Okay, so what would that look like to ask for that? Right? It doesn't look like, could you mentor me?
Right? Yeah, it doesn't. That's a very corporate. White America, perspective from looking at it. But I think like my best relationships came from deference with older women and something, happening naturally. So not necessarily like a contrived kind of thing, but when you have older women, maybe like a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades older than you, maybe just like checking in if you have a good relationship with them, going out on coffee dates and catching up on life and, that kind of thing.
This is the other thing. Mentors or older women don't like. Don't ask me for my advice and then don't take it.
Okay.
Right? So
I remember you told me a story about grandma.
Right.
She told you, let that be the last time you come to me and ask me anything and don't do it.
So it really is, when you're asking for feedback on certain things, that's feedback. But what happens a lot of times, and so I'm talking about relationships, what happens a lot of times is people ask for advice on relationships, and then they go back into those same relationships and do the same thing all over again, and then they have the same problem. Right. So it usually, those are the kinds of things, like, and it's not just a significant other or love relationship, like it's a plain relationship. Right? Like it could be a relationship that you have with somebody at work, a friend relationship, a relative, right? If the goal is to help the person overcome that particular situation.
Right.
So I share, could be this, could be that. That's just some feedback, right?
Yeah.
But anytime I get to the point where I'm saying, let me tell you what to do. Or, this is what I would do. Right?
Hello.
How you doing? When you come back with the same thing, it's like you ain't listening to nothing I said.
Well, I feel like the hardest thing to do is like, you don't really be wanting that grown woman advice when you 20 something.
Right.
You want that grown woman advice when you about 35, 40. And you like, now I done had a couple reps.
Bumps in the head.
Right. Knocks upside the head. And some muscle reps, built some muscle memory around releasing somebody's son. Right? So at that age, at that big age, you know the process that you need to go through to get that person out of your system. And when you go get that auntie advice, that mentor advice, and it's like, oh no, I'm confirming what you feeling.
Right.
And you need to leave that alone. Leave that alone. And then you're like, okay, yeah. But that young 20-something, I think the hormones just be too strong.
This is probably true.
Way too strong.
True. But the other thing is spending quality time.
Okay.
Right? So it's like we went out the other day. That was really nice.
What, last weekend?
Yeah.
It was.
It was very nice. No expectations. We did a lot together.
Yeah, we had fun. We had a full day.
Full day.
Of activities.
So, and it doesn't have to be a full day, but it has to be committed time.
Right. No phones out. You working on something. You doing something fun. Just letting your hair down. And mutual support. I can say being mutually supportive. Like, honestly, I can speak to like my experience with mentorship. The first real one was Repka. And I would do anything. If Repka asked me to do something, like, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop what I'm doing and get to it.
That's what makes a good mentee.
Yeah.
Right? Not someone who does something every once in a while and it's, really good. It's like, can I rely on you?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to ask you to do the world and everything. But every once in a while, I'm going to need something to get done. And I'm going to ask you and I'm going to expect you to do it.
Right.
And on the strength of relationship.
On the strength of relationship. And it gives the mentee the opportunity to add value. Like,
add value, right.
And be like, I really enjoy that. Somebody, especially somebody who's seasoned saying, there's something I need from you.
Right.
Who was in utero when I was in college. Something I need from you. So, yeah. All of the things.
There's just things that you all know that seasoned sisters don't. Like this new technology.
That's true. I remember when you was just learning how to text.
I see that.
Yeah, it's a big chunky spider. Yes. You refused to text for the first like years. 3 years it was out.
I ain't want a cell phone.
Right.
Like, that's too much access. So people can call you anytime. I need to get back to that though because
it's
oh my God, these phones are taking over my brain.
Yep, hijacked it. They gonna get you one way, hook or crook.
Well, it's okay for work or something, But
right, but I don't like it for work for that reason. Like calling me while I'm in the bed, my boss being able to call me while I'm off the clock.
I'm not talking about that craziness. That's crazy.
That's insanity. That's what it is. But no, like the waking up and being on the phone, which is why I like looking at my screen time and seeing like, oh shoot, I spent 4 hours on Instagram yesterday. I might need to I definitely need to draw that back because that's way too much of my power. Shoot, imagine what I can get done in 4 hours. Just sitting down 1 4-hour stretch of work on a passion project or something like that.
Yeah, but it's not. It's the way that they have. Like, I'm not. How it's sort of tapped into your brain. And your mind. So that it hooks you. Right? Because I start doing a game. I said, okay, I don't have anything to do right now. I'm going to play for 30 minutes. 30 minutes come by. I'm like, ooh, one more time. Next thing I look up, it's a whole hour past the 30 minutes. And I'm like, well, dang, how did that happen? Well, let me do one more.
And that's what I call a cell phone addiction.
Yes.
A digital addiction.
We hope today's episode fed you and reminded you that when it comes to mentorship, none of us should be doing this life alone. Matter of fact, when it comes to everything, we can't do this life alone. Each one of us is both a student and a teacher, sometimes at the same time. So before we close out, who has been your guiding light in your journey? And have you told them lately what they mean to you? In what ways are you showing up as a mentor, even quietly, in someone else's life? And what kind of guidance do you still need right here in this season of your blooming? If today's episode spoke to you, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Follow and connect with us on Instagram. I'm at In Bloom with Jasmine Evadney, and my beautiful mom is at Eldress Campbell. And don't forget to visit inbloomwithjasmine.com for coaching, circles, and ways to stay connected with our growing community of Black women who bloom on purpose. Until next time, keep learning, keep leading, and keep blooming.